I'm working for Siemens Austria right now. I'm a senior consultant for eGovernment and also business developer for eGovernment. But before that, I was working from 2001 to 2005 for the Austrian Federal Chancellery in the Austrian eGovernment Task Force. This was the unit which drove Austria from one of the last places in the European Union eGovernment benchmark to place #1. And that's what I want to talk about today, how we did it and what can be learned out of our experience. So you see here the agenda. If you're expecting a Siemens presentation, I have to disappoint you. You will get tomorrow. For today, I'm only saying a few words about Siemens. Then, how was the Austrian e-government offensive designed, and what are the Austrian e-government models? And then, the way I think everyone can reach the top. Well, Siemens is very busy in the public sector because the public sector is our biggest customer. We have very much experience in this field. For instance, in Austria, the core team of this government task force joined Siemens after 2005. And what differs us from other companies maybe is we have a really extensive experience in public-private partnerships. We are running in Austria a few public-private partnerships which are really a win-win situation for both parts and which are extended every year. So the Austrian e-government offensive was very much about organization and not so much about technique. The organization you see here, we had a federal ICT board where all Austrian provinces gathered and spoke about e-government. Then we had, from the beginning of 2001, we had the CIO, the Chief Information Officers of all Austrian ministries met in the CIO board, and this CIO board was presented by the Chief Information Officer of the Republic of Austria, which is until now Professor Reinhard Bosch. So we were building synergies between the federal, the local, and the ministerial e-government, and started to work in 2001. So there was a task force which were working for these bodies, the CIO and the federal ICT. And in this task force, we did much thinking. We started to write some specifications, but the Chancellor of Austria didn't see anything for 2 years. You know, politicians tend to get quite nervous if they establish a task force where they want to have some political effort out of this, and nothing happens. So after 2 years, they invented this Federal Executive Secretary who was responsible for a roadmap of e-government, and we were quite quick then. In 2004, we were on the 4th place of the European Union benchmark, and in 2005, the 2nd place of the benchmark. In 2006 and 2007, we are now in the 1st place, and we hope we can defend it. But when we got on the 1st place, the government said, okay, this worked very good, but now we have to reorganize because the core specification is done. Now we have to do something to bring all the specifications out in the field, so that the municipalities, the cities, the provinces have not only specifications, but also use cases for the citizens. And so they invented this federal platform, Digital Austria, where all these bodies are kept together, and now they are discussing and they are developing new applications. What you see here is that we started very early, and it took us 2 or 3 years till somebody could see anything. So ICT in the public sector is like a large vessel. It needs clear decisions far ahead before real movement can be done. The Austrian e-government models we developed were, first of all, a single point of contact we have in Austria for all citizens. This is help, that's the internet address. It's a virtual guide of Austrian authorities. You not only find their information, but also you find several hundreds of forms, of interactive forms, which can be filled out and electronically signed in the internet. Austria has about 7 million inhabitants, so we have 350,000 users per month, which view about 10 million info pages per month. We have 200 content partners because you really find out anything on Austrian authorities. So it cannot be written by just one organization. All other organizations are participating in delivering the content there. And they are not only delivering the content, they are also getting the content back. So we have content syndication for municipalities. For instance, the city of Salzburg can use content out of hell. They only get the content, and the look and feel is the same as the homepage of Salzburg, for instance. So let's have a close look. That's how this website looks like. It is designed for citizens, for the economy. It has also a channel for teenagers and for seniors. It has an own dictionary because administrations tend to use words normal citizens don't understand. So we have an own dictionary, therefore. We have more than 200 live situations there, and they are also organized in different categories, as you see here. The categories like education, building, labor, family, finance, and so on. Naturally, this is a big site page, so you also need a good search. We have questions and answers we've heard before, that saves you a lot of time. We have also news, what's new within the administration, what can be important. For instance, if you have elections, how do you get your voting card or something like this. You can also have a newsletter where you get information, when to pay your tax, and maybe where you get it back. And we are also doing marketing on this page for our own purposes, like get your citizen card activated, because every Austrian has a citizen card, but it's not activated. For activating, he has to go somewhere